General Russell Honore, and thank you very much for being with us. I know you commanded the military response during Hurricane Katrina. You have been there. As we look at this video, General, with homes one after the other underwater, what is your biggest fear tonight?
That night's coming. It's going to get worse before it get better, and we have a lot of citizens out there that are hanging on by the thread of their life. 12 years ago today, I arrived in New Orleans. Post-Katrina, we did an extensive study, readjust how we were going to do business. We put a lot of emphasis on the states being the first responders. The problem is we got 50 different solutions. The federal government took the hand off it. They went off to fight terrorism. And each time we have a Sandy or a Harvey, the solution's different. It's cooked locally by the state. They don't evacuate, and they don't pre-position troops where you leave 5 million people there in San Antonio. I know I'm sounding critical, but if we don't talk about this now, because the Congress thought we fixed this.
Yeah.
That's why 5th Army got the mission to supervise the Homeland Army response to civil authorities under Northern Command, a command you never hear of that's got a 4-star general that's responsible for securing the United States. They come upon a time when the mission is too big for the State National Guard, and they need to get the hell over it and bring the big dogs in when you got a big mission.
So do you think they should have evacuated, or have they been proven wrong on that decision, or not?
It will be proven wrong, because that is not the doctrine of the Homeland Security. You take actions to protect the people. We've put a lot of money in these state and county and parish organizations with command and control so they can be predictive, so they can have programs and they're staffed properly. And every one of them have a Homeland Security office that's subsidized by the federal government so they can make this predictive analysis. You don't have to evacuate 6 million people. You evacuate the elderly and disabled. You evacuate the people that previously flooded, and you allow people to voluntarily evacuate. So that's a bankrupt problem. I hope the guy in Miami and Tampa is not listening and watching this and think this is success, because it's not. And the last week on the 27th, I wrote a Twitter saying this whole operation didn't have scale. They didn't have the scale. They didn't have Katrina. We had 40,000 National Guard, 240 helicopters in the first 4 days. They just got 100 helicopters in Texas. Something is significantly wrong with our command and control, and they need to stop patting each other on the back while these poor people out here waiting to be rescued.
So let me ask you, because it's important what you're saying here, that you think what could be coming could be much worse, and prove that all this congratulation has been dead wrong.
We got to take.
I'm sorry. Let me just ask you. I mean, look, I know in Katrina, some people waited 2 weeks to be rescued. I mean, are you concerned something like that could happen here? Something worse, that we could start to see a much worse set of headlines?
This is a lot bigger. I went out in a boat this morning in this very same community right here. This is huge. After Katrina, the air elements and the air component of Northern Command created a significant grid system for search and rescue. I don't know where that is. It doesn't look like nobody in Texas ever read the plan. We need to get back to that doctrine that was supposed to be supervised by 5th Army and Northcom, because now we've got 50 different state solutions as to how we mark a house that's been cleared. And whether we forward deploy assets or we wait till the storm's over with, we got to fix that. The American people have put too much confidence in us. We've been too successful overseas deploying to come out an amateur hour and incrementally deploy the force. You got to come in big, and you got to be there right at the edge of the storm so you can come in as soon and go in and rescue people. We don't have 100 helicopters here as of, I think,